Raging Gale by James Ryan. Read by the author. Part the 147th. The Man of the Moment. Hope could not help but be transfixed by the charismatic captain striding ashore through Arecibo's market. A woman about her age, standing next to her, shrieked as she gripped Hope's hand in excitement, so caught up by the man's energy so as to not be paying her too much dangerous attention. Panicked, Hope tried not to speak, lest she give herself away, nor to look like she was clamping down in fear. "No so magnifico?" the woman asked Hope, with a high-pitched squeal, jumping up and down. She just nodded her chin towards the esteemed visitor, who had paused long enough to be received by what looked to be the leading citizens of the town, decked out in their finest to greet him. "No sabe usted? Eso es bella de calera." Despite her weak Spanish, Hope was able to recognize the name of the gentleman being received by the town's burghers, and her heart started to slow as though immersed in icy water. Her limbs froze, which she considered preferable to shaking uncontrollably. She willed her mouth closed, lest it pop open again, before she drew unwanted attention this time. The sound of the crowd in Hope's ears turned into the din from a pack of animals ready to pounce. She could no longer hear human voices from them, as she realized the full weight of who the man was before her. She tried to look but not look at De Calera, and regretted that decision. The crowds that had gathered around him basked in his aura, and he bore his regal mantle well. He wielded his popularity with the people through simple gestures and a flashed smile, never needing to say a word as the people showered him with praise. Fruits were brought to him and his men willingly, the way pagans had placed sacrifices before idols, and he smiled and waved as they cheered, receiving his thanks. The socios that greeted De Calera proclaimed his virtues in fast, flowery language that Hope could barely register. She was too fixed on his simple nodding and smiling at every laurel placed before him, though his face lit up like a jungle cat's about to be fed, as some of the women presented their babies to him for his favor, for a kiss on their faces. Osai's hand gripping her wrist pulled her from the spell De Calera wove over the town, and he led her away from the crowd, out of the other woman's hand. Despite herself, like Orpheus, she gave one last look to the town's guest of honor before she was gone. "De Calera," she said softly. "De Calera." "Oh, sí," a man in the crowd overheard her, thinking she was addressing him. "El solo hizo el poeta." Her eyes followed where he pointed at De Calera's ship, at rest in the harbor. Her heart nearly stopped when she saw his ship, as Hope counted the gun ports she could bring to bear, and saw in detail just how much bigger all of her guns were to any of the 4-pounders the Gael had. Though her sails were slack and loose, the emblem was visible on the mainsail as it fluttered in the spare breezes coming ashore. The emblem of the Casa del Sol. Thank you for taking this moment with me. If you want to keep up with new chapters as they get posted, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications for when pieces go up.